Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh, and we're the podcast about Marriage 2.0 with kids.
And podcast, nope. Inside Quest. And perimenopause. That's what we have.
The following podcast uses words like and also. If you're not into any of that shit, then now's your chance.
3, 2, 1.
Run.
Welcome back to the conversation. Tell me who I'm talking to. Let's get on down to imagination. You are me and I am you. You're super familiar. Super familiar. I wanna be super familiar. Don't be a stranger.
Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh, and we're the podcast about Marriage 2.0 with kids.
And side quests.
Amanda is playing hurt today, folks. Just want you to know that,
I am.
that she is playing under duress. Pretty much whatever we get from her is what we get from her.
I know. I don't know what's going on with me because I had the kidney stone, which was my second one in 2 years. And then I had the scan and it was clear. So it had clearly passed before I had the scan, but I'm still having pain. And it can take up to a month for everything to heal, but I'm having back kidney pain again, which is usually how it originates. And I'm going to be super annoyed if we are back into kidney stone land again, because I am traveling for a week starting tomorrow. And then I'm home for 2 days, and then I'm gone for 3 days, and then we're home for 2 weeks, and then you and I go away. Well, we bring Winthrop with us, and then we're home, and then we go. Now, don't get excited. The children or the older boy people will be here. The house will not be empty. Don't get excited to come be in the pub without us. But I don't have time. Usually during the summer, people in the education field are like, "Oh, this is our our chill time." Not begrudging teachers that at all. I had it for 20 years. But now that I'm in professional learning, everything ramps up for us during the summer. So I'm just constantly traveling and I don't have time for this nonsense and this pain.
What if you have phantom kidney stone pain?
Listen, maybe that's it. Maybe it is all in my head, but the pain is still real.
Well, it's just one of those things where they have phantom limb pain when you lose a limb, but you still feel them. So maybe the kidneys, maybe Daryl was so much a part of you.
I thought it was Hortensia. This one was Hortensia.
Oh, I can't keep.
Daryl was the first one.
It was Intensia.
Yeah.
But whatever it was so much a part of you that you, in some sort of way, miss it.
I don't miss it. It's still with me. It's not giving me a chance to miss it. How can I miss you if you won't go away?
Wait, are you still...
Not to you, to the kidney stone.
So we are sitting here in our pub recording, which will be our recording space from now on, unless we go on location. And we have named the pub. The pub is called the Admiral's Rest Pub. Mm-hmm. That's the name that we settled on. We went back and forth between silly ones, and we took suggestions. But at the end of the day, sentimentality and nostalgia won over, and we call it the Admiral's Rest.
Yeah, so it's sort of a nod to my brother, who was career Navy and was slated to make Admiral, but due to a lot of just really unfortunate things, had to retire early and is buried at Arlington. He retired as a captain. And so we have his portrait up here. We have his flag from his funeral up here. And we are calling this the Admiral's Rest.
We had a lovely family night on Friday night.
It was so good, right?
Yeah, so my whole thing with this room was going to be, this is going to be adult only, right?
Yeah.
No kids in here, that this will be our little cave, our little place to come. Didn't turn out that way.
Nope.
We all spent the evening in the pub, eating and drinking and playing darts. And it was and playing chess as well. And it was really, really a lovely, lovely family time.
Well, it was cute because Muffy decided she wanted to play darts. And so she played you. She played well, but you beat her. And then last night after dinner, she got up and came in the pub and picked up the darts. And so we played and she beat me. But it's nice to have something that's not screen based that, but Winthrop, you won't let Winthrop to the darts yet. Why won't you? Are
you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I think he could do it.
No, first of all, he's not regulation height.
Okay.
You know, this dartboard, I had to hang it with a line and a measure because there's regulation height. He is not, you must be this tall to ride this ride. He
Yes.
is not tall enough to throw the darts yet.
Okay, well, we did put up a magnetic dartboard for him out in the dining room so that he can practice.
He is maturing fast, though. This is how fast Winthrop is maturing. Today, I found myself listening to him opine about the difference between hyperbole, idiom, and metaphor.
And simile. Simile got it.
What is happening? I didn't know those words until 2 years ago, right? And what they all meant. How is he the 9-year-old now? He just whipped out these big words. What?
Because he's a smart cookie. He pays attention in class.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry?
No, because
I can't change it.
I am not. Here's the thing. I am not equipped to learn any more things.
Okay, you know those words. And
No,
you know what
but
they
I'm
mean.
saying in general, the things that he's learning much quicker than I ever learned them. So it is going to be not very long until he surpasses me intellectually.
He might be there. For both of us. I love you. I'm telling you. His IQ is higher than mine. That's fine. I accept that. Your IQ is higher than mine, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, he's winning right now. I do suggest that if you decide, dear listener, to build a special game room or pub room or something in your house, just set aside a little separate space. We talked about last week about how valuable I think changing up your spaces is anyway, that you should do that every now and again. And I'm not saying that you sink a bunch of money into it. We didn't sink all that much money into this.
No, really didn't.
But just move furniture around, create a new space. Novelty is good for you. And also, like, the whole family appreciates the novelty. I mean, until they don't. Until they're like, okay, we're bored of this pub room. And then we get to have it back to ourselves again.
Yeah, and you know what's happening right now that you've not even noticed?
What?
The pup is laying over here on the carpet and leaving you alone while you record.
Well, he was leaving me alone when he was on the chair last week. That was fine.
So Wilson the Pub Pup just had his 11th birthday. So everyone wish Wilson the Pub Pup a happy birthday.
Do you have a dog with a birthday coming up? Has your dog been getting away with nonsense for years? Let's combine those things. Call Wilson Enterprises and book a roast for your dog. Yes, we'll help your friends and family gather to finally tell the truth. The truth about barking at invisible enemies. The truth about the great ham theft. The truth about spending 8 years on the Squirrel Task Force without a single conviction. We'll provide roast prompts, awards, decorations, and enough evidence to make your dog deeply uncomfortable if he understood English. Awards include lifetime achievement in barking at nothing, excellence in vacuum cleaner relations, and most likely to immediately forget why he entered the room. Because your dog has ignored commands, stolen food, and shed on everything you own, and somehow he remains a very good boy. Order your comedy dog roast birthday party from Wilson Enterprises, who have been creating unforgettable memories and mildly humiliating pets since 2026.
Super familiar with Wilson.
Speaking of Winthrop maturing, he's starting to become really obsessed with certain things,
I know,
with
it's
certain
fine.
subjects.
It's his anxiety.
He's obsessed with us aging.
Yeah,
He's
like a lot, and it's starting to really get on my nerves. But I understand it's coming from his fear of like us no longer being here. But the other day he told me he didn't want my hands to have wrinkles and went and got me lotion. Like, it feels like a lot.
He told me today he didn't want my face to turn gray.
But your face is already gray.
My facial hair is gray, but I think that he was saying he did not want me to develop a gray complexion. He did not want me to turn into, I don't know, Uncle Fester or something.
Right.
And then the thing that he did yesterday, we were driving in the car, and I don't even remember what we were talking about. I was going to the store or something, and he said, please don't spend so much money.
No, he asked about his college account.
Oh, I missed
No, we were talking about his college account.
Okay, go ahead.
And I put X amount of money in his college account each month. And he said, how much do you put in there? And I told him how much I contribute each month. And he said, oh, it's a lot of money. I don't want you to spend a lot of money on me. First of all, it's not a lot of money. It's a consistent amount each month, which I started when he was born. And therefore, it's in decent shape. And two, like, dude, chill out. Like, everybody in this house is stressed about money. And I mean, I get it. I get why it happens with Muffy, because I was a single mom with her when she was 5 and working at a private school with making very little money. And so we did have to pinch our pennies. And I think that just, that's just some trauma that we went through. We're all okay. And I need them to chill out.
Well, but it's been like a decade.
I know, but that also like is a developmental time frame. And some of that might be hardwired in. So anyway, yeah, he was stressing about that yesterday. And also he injured himself and very loudly had to go into Whole Foods. You took him in.
Yeah. He
made a bad choice.
He did. He was playing with a popsicle stick, broke it in half into 2 jagged halves, tried to jam the 2 jagged halves together and jammed it into his thumb.
Into the nail, under the nail bed.
Under the nail bed, but also into the front of the thumb, which is very sensitive, all your fingers. And no, he was, the medical term is losing his shit.
Oh my God, so loud. I mean, and I know it hurt because, I mean, you have, like you said, so many nerve endings in your fingertips. So you took him in as he's like screaming, "Please help me," which just must have sounded great to all the people who probably thought we were like doing something to this child or abducting him or something. You took him in, got his hand washed. I went and got a bag of ice, right? And so he's with me and I have the cart and we're in an aisle and he's, "Why does it hurt so bad?" And I'm telling him about all the nerve endings. So then I was showing him my ring finger on my left hand. I don't have a finger on the left side of my nail bed. I only have it on the right because I had to have that cut off. And so I was trying to explain it to him. And while I did, I ran over his toes and he was wearing flip-flops with the cart. And so then that became a totally different situation we had to deal with.
I missed that bit. I was out looking
You were
for
looking
cheese.
at cheese. I'm going to go look at cheese. And he wandered away to go look at cheese.
That's not a euphemism.
I know, and I'm so annoyed because the whole point of me needing to go to Whole Foods was to get the dog's dry food, and totally came home without it because I was so distracted by all of the injuring that was happening to our child.
Getting back to this whole idea of being obsessed with age and being obsessed with money, and in general, obviously what that says to me, that in his little mind, he's just like, and he said this before about us aging, I want things to stay how they are.
Yeah,
now.
He does not want
So
change.
this is all about safety and security for him. And really, my question is, how do we think that became a thing for him? How do we think that developed into a concern for him? Because he has never been without.
No.
He has never been in any sort of situation where he didn't feel physically secure that I'm aware of. But so where do we think this is from?
I mean, he is genetically predisposed to anxiety. Like, that's a thing. You and I both have it in spades, and so do the kids. So that's a thing. So that's just there. That genetic predisposition is there. But also, and I'm not joking about this because I know he was young, but he lived through a global pandemic and, was 2 or 3 when it started and, 5 when he went back to school. And so I do think there is some impact from just being in a world of people who are worried about everything. You can't breathe on people. You got to wear your mask, got to stand in line, got to be 6 feet apart. There was a lot of fear around the world then. So I do think that that's got some lasting impact, even if he's not cognizant of that's why.
Well, there are stats that say that yes, COVID and the lockdowns had a profound effect on kids' anxiety. I don't know how they measured this, but there is research that's saying that pre-pandemic anxiety rate amongst kids was around 5%. During the pandemic, 18%. And then the long-term effects, as you say, we won't know those.
I don't think we'll know for generations. I think,
or at least a generation.
Yeah, there are societal, and there's psychological impact, there's physical impact, and then there's
Social.
That's what I was trying to say when I said societal. It's just social impact. So, I mean, it's just, we don't know. We just don't know. And we're seeing it. We have issues with literacy rates in this country, and they are worse post-COVID than they were before.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't just mean because kids weren't in school. I mean, we're now, 4 years out from kids going back, and they're getting worse.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I think part of that, and we don't have to get into all of this, part of that is separate from that, the educational standards, I feel like, in this country are falling at a precipitous degree. So there's that. Or are you saying that it's not that?
No, I'm saying that is the case, but that's not what I'm saying is impacting it. Even if you kept that control group of the curricula they're getting, what's changing massively is teacher turnover.
Right.
So we are constantly having, rather green teachers who mean well, but don't really know how to support those striving readers yet.
But that's, again, a little separate from the
it's not
pandemic.
why Winthrop's worried about us aging.
Yeah, no.
Because he can read just fine.
Any parents with kids out there who are stressed about this sort of thing and they're in the age range of Winthrop or so, 8, 9, 10, drop us a line, familiarwilsons@gmail.com, and let us know. And then if there's ways that you're dealing with it, let us know that too. Because the only thing I can think to do is just sit him down and say, hey, I noticed that yesterday you talked about, being concerned about too much money being spent. What spurred that thought in your mind? Mm-hmm. Do you think that would yield any results?
You can try. Usually he just goes, I don't want to talk about it. Can we not talk? Because he's like his older brothers.
Yes, it's very true. All right, well then we're counting on you all out there, parents. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you told your kids. familiarwilsons@gmail.com. Speaking of teacher turnover, which is such a comedic subject that we're dwelling on here, I sat down the other day, and I don't know what spurred this. Maybe you remember.
No, you just randomly out of the blue asked me this question.
Yeah. How many jobs have you had?
I don't even remember what I told you. I counted at the time, but I have no idea.
I've had 17 jobs over my life in 10 workplaces.
See, that's interesting to me because I remember that my number of jobs was less than 10. I don't remember what.
I think it was 10, actually.
Maybe. But my roles at those jobs were not different. Only one of those jobs did I go from being a classroom teacher, the one that I was at the longest, 16 years. I went from being a classroom teacher to also being the director because the director left and they needed somebody. So I was doing both. But that is the only one. Now, that's not true. I guess at my current job, I've had lots of different roles.
And you've had a promotion, at least a promotion.
Yeah, I went from specialist to coordinator to manager. Yeah, so
three promotions. So you get promoted too.
That's true. That's true. You've had a lot of different types of jobs, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really different.
I've worked telephone sales. I've been a carpet cleaner with Stanley Steamer. I've been a summer camp counselor. I've worked at an after-school program. I've worked with teenagers. Now I work with seniors. I've done graphic design. Mm-hmm. I also included in there freelance jobs that I've gotten, like producing podcasts and all that, because that all counts because I made money doing it. So like I said, 17 job in 10 workplaces. Average right now for our age, who went through the workforce when they did, is around 12.
Oh, okay. So you're an overachiever?
Or I can't keep a job. I don't know.
You've had this job for 10 years. I think you're doing okay.
And the job before I had for like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, I think you're doing okay. This is more like when you were younger, trying to find your space in the world.
Well, also, when I moved to Gainesville, I had a whole mess of jobs because I was trying to find my place in Gainesville. Yeah. Women average 12.1 jobs, men 12.5 jobs.
Okay, so I'm lower than the female average.
But if you look at the ages 18 to 24, so young people right now, 5.7 jobs.
Oh, that's interesting.
And medium tenure right now at any given job is 3.9 years.
Whoa, that's low.
They used to say, you can't have a bunch of jobs for a short amount of time. That looks really bad on a resume. That was a red flag. But it says here that Gen Z is projected to have up to 17 jobs over 7 different careers.
Oh, that's 7 is a lot. I mean, we look more at it. It doesn't look great when you've bounced around a lot still, what we look at when I serve on a lot of hiring committees. So we look at that, right? But also in academia, it could be that you had like research postings or whatever that the funding shifted. But also we look at gaps. Like, why do you have this gap?
But I also think gaps are a little bit more forgivable now too, because people they take time off and maybe they do their own thing, which used to not look good on a resume as well. Oh, you're self-employed. Does that basically mean that you sat around and, did whatever? No, that is a lot more.
I produce
podcasts. That's right. Which I have. Come on now. Gen Z is projected to have 17 jobs over their working lifetime. 1 century ago, 4 jobs per lifetime.
That's really interesting. I do think that 18 to 25 demographic or whatever that range was that you gave with 5 jobs, though, I would think that that's probably not changed much, because I think that's the time in your life when you're really just, bouncing around from like part-time work and trying to figure out who you are.
And it's like summer jobs,
Yeah.
or
I had
whatever.
many. I mean, the most of my jobs were in that time because I worked retail while I was in high school and college. So, I did things like Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret, and Hickory Farms. So,
Yes.
if you need me to slice up some summer sausage for you and give it to you on a toothpick, I can do that. I am qualified.
Is that what you did in Victoria's
Yes.
Secret? You dealt with summer sausages?
Hush, no.
Summer sausages
I
would
was
come in?
only seasonal at Hickory Farms. It was only during the holidays. It was a kiosk in the middle of the mall.
A Victoria's Secret kiosk?
Hickory Farms kiosk.
Oh, okay.
Victoria's Secret I worked in.
I don't know how
I hated working at Victoria's Secret.
I know,
so
because
much.
you've had the men come in and say, you look
but
like my
also
wife's
it's just
size.
so flipping expensive. And when it gets shipped in, it's all like just like we have to steam it and make it look pretty, but the quality is just not worth the amount. Like I had the hardest time trying to sell people, even back then, a $40 bra that's not like a $60 bra. That I'm like, you don't. I mean, it's really not going to do.
You would say that because I can't imagine they would
I didn't
re-employ
really
you.
try hard. And you didn't make commission, but your hours were based on your sales, right? So
Right.
obviously, if you're a good salesperson, the more hours you get. It was fine, but I quit it to go work at camp.
Oh, okay, very good. Some things that have changed about the workforce right now: the end of company loyalty. Companies aren't as loyal to their employees as they used to be. I'm not even going to talk about downsizing in favor of AI. I'm just talking about how the economic landscape has made it so that benefits aren't as good. The companies are a little bit more cutthroat, and they're a little bit more, I mean, granted, they've always been about the bottom line, but I think that there's been at least a veneer of social responsibility that I think is corroding at this point.
Yeah, I can see that.
There are more jobs that exist now. So there's more. We've gone away from, okay, you're a farmer or a factory worker or this and that. And that's what's called the knowledge economy now, where there are several skills that you can take that are transferable across a lot of different career choices.
Yeah. Or career choices, yeah.
And having a bunch of different jobs, not a red flag the way it used to be.
Yeah.
And I think that the pandemic screwed that all up as well.
Yeah.
Because people had to get super creative remotely and all this and that. And some people just didn't want to go back.
It's a thing that that we see because, universities during the pandemic, everybody went to work from home and, pivoted really well. And then there was a hybrid when we came back. There was, across the state, universities you could work, 2 days from home and 3 days in the office. And that was taken away this year by the state. And it's not gone well. I mean, morale is low. And I'm not talking specifically at my work, just across universities in the state, because people are like, we proved that we could do it. You gave us this, like you were saying, I believe in you and I trust you to do your job, and giving you this, this freedom to do it. And then it was taken away, and it was driven from, we've got these offices that are empty and people aren't using them. And then it's, this appearance of you got to be in the offices and stuff. And it's there. I mean, people are leaving to find work from home positions.
Another thing that I noticed, I was talking to a friend who's looking at making a job change because he's in a salary negotiation right now. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to get more money if you go do your job at another company, because they will value the newness of you, right? They will spend more to replace the person that they're replacing to hire you. And then converse to that, the people at your company, they're not going to give you as big of a promotion or a salary rise as you would get by going somewhere else, because you're
already there doing
you're the bird in hand, right?
Yeah.
Your value to them is a little less because they're figuring and hoping, oh, well, he or she's not going to take the effort to move. We're getting value for our dollar right now.
Yeah. It's one of those things that's really difficult in academia, especially when you're like on professor tracks, is that people will use your job opening as leverage to get more money at their current position. And so you go through this, but we all know it. Like, we all know we're doing this thing where maybe you want to come and maybe you don't.
Right.
And so that's a really just feels yucky. Like,
Well,
I
it
get
feels
it.
yucky, but also like you're probably. I think that people trade security for an extreme rise in salary. So you might get more if you go from working at Winn-Dixie to Publix, but if you can get a bit of a percentage of a salary rise from where you're at, then you're not going to make the jump because there's less hassle.
Yeah, but
Now, I tend to think I'm the opposite, whereas like I enjoy, walking into a new thing. Like I like that. It's interesting to me.
I like the comfort of what I have. But you understand what I'm saying is not that they're trying to jump to get more money at a new space. They're using that as leverage for their job to give them more money.
Yes, but they're probably not going to get as much as.
I see
So
what you're saying.
they probably say, okay, well, this workplace offered me this. Can you at least come up to whatever, like 3/4 of the way? And then your place of business now still feels like they got a steal, and you feel like, oh, at least I don't need to move. I will settle for less. But it's still settling. It's still them like feeling like they got something from you, and you settling for a win.
I don't want any more promotions. I don't want any more raises. I already have to pay.
That is not the subliminal message of this episode, folks.
I know, but I'm just saying I'm already so annoyed at the amount of taxes that I have to pay. I don't want any more. Thank you. I just figured out the right amount to get not have to pay the government back on April 15th. So can we just not? Thank you.
Now, would that be a hyperbole, idiom, or metaphor?
I don't know. It might be a hyperbole, but actually I don't want to owe this government any more money. So there's that.
Good. How many jobs have you had out there? Let us know. familiarwilsons@gmail.com. How many jobs? And then if you want to get really granular, tell me how many job positions you've had in how many workplaces you've had. And that's very interesting to me. Why are you making this face?
Is it granular or granular? Because you put a D in there, but I don't think that's the word.
Well, at least I didn't say glandular.
I know. That's what I was thinking of. So then that's why I had that look on my face. Was like, wait, is he talking about glands? I'm so confused.
I don't know. Why don't you ask our brainiac 9-year-old who knows better than me?
And go find him.
As a service to you, the Wilsons are tracking the dumbing down of artificial intelligence. Join us, won't you? Something happened that really, really annoyed me.
I know. I was there for it.
So in the pub, I've got a pub playlist that I play every time I'm in the pub. The only reason why it's not playing now is because we're sitting in here, but I am not. In fact, I play this playlist while I'm at work doing work. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's just a measure of comfort, this group of songs now. So I'm very comfortable.
You had it on in the car the other day. So it's no longer a pub playlist.
Well, no, but it still gives me that feeling.
Pubby feeling.
But there was one song. It's a cover. It's a cover of the song "Such Great Heights" by the Postal Service. Mm-hmm. It's a cool cover. It's with I think fiddle and cello and guitar and harmony. It's just a really nice cover. I think I like it better than the original. But I couldn't remember who did it. And you asked, "Oh, who's this by?" And I said, "Well, this is a cover of a song, and it's by blank." And I couldn't remember. So I asked the device that it was playing on, the device that was pulling from the playlist on my phone. So all of the information was there. It had everything that I could possibly give it so it would know what it was doing, right? Thank God it actually played the right song, because when I asked it, "Oh, who's this song by?" it said, "Oh, this is Such Great Heights by the Postal Service." I'm like, no, it's not.
Then I asked my Siri, what song is this? And then my Siri gave the correct answer.
How is it that this machine that I had fed the information to, it had gone to its own internal CD rack and put the CD in,
Yes.
but did not remember what the CD case apparently said, and said the wrong band? You
should have told her and then to see what she would say, because that happens to me sometimes. Like if I'm using AI, which I try really hard not to use excessively, if I'm using it at work, I use it more like a thought partner or hey, I need 5 peer-reviewed scholarly articles on blank. It will go and pull them for me, and then I can go to my library and find. It's like I have found better success with that than the search engine at the library. But sometimes it'll be wrong, and then I'll say, actually, da-da-da-da-da, like I mansplain to it, and then it says back, oh, you're right, I was wrong. So you should have said to the AI device that sits there in the window that she was wrong, and see what she said.
But that's not how this is supposed to go.
Oh, you can't trust it for anything. It's getting stupider. This is what
It
you're
is
saying.
getting dumber.
Because we are feeding less intelligent people's things into it.
It's just like a version of my 9-year-old kid, this AI now, because it talks like it knows what it's talking about. It's very confident, and it's just as dumb as I am.
I actually trust the 9-year-old kid more than I trust the AI.
It's not right. It's not good. I don't like it. And I don't think it knows the difference between now that it's a machine and just the regular dumb guy, because I was accessing one the other day and talking about or asking about something about human nature. Like, just wondering, is there research on, I don't remember what the topic was. It doesn't matter, because what it responded with was, oh, sometimes we tend to think that. And I'm like, wait, we tend to think?
Together, we, cumulatively.
And I said, you just referred to yourself with we, meaning that you are a part of this human aggregate that we're talking about. And it said, oh, no, I'm just a tool. I'm like, okay. So then I go back. And again, it says, oh, as humans, it even said that. It said, as humans, we tend to think that.
Oh, no, you're not human, friend.
Oh, this is beyond frightening now. Yeah. And again, I'm not even talking about the environmental impact, which is absolutely a thing.
Atrocious, yep.
I'm talking about now these machines are dumb with more access to information than we have.
Yep.
That can't be good.
Nope.
So I want to become a Luddite. I want to forsake all of these things. It's just that I don't have enough shelves in my house to have enough books to access all the information that I'm curious about. And if I call someone, which is, by the way, the best way to apprehend information as far as I'm concerned, you talk to another human being, they'll just access it on their phone, and then they'll regurgitate. Yep. So now it's gone from the machines learning from us to us learning from the machines, and this feedback loop is just like taking us way down the trail of dumb.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything good to tell you about it. And you know what? I had something in my brain, but because perimenopause, it's gone, and now I don't know anything.
Should we ask AI?
No.
What was Amanda just thinking?
What was I thinking? I don't want it to tell me.
What if the machines develop perimenopause? Cranky machines.
Oh God, they're gonna be so annoyed when you ask. You're gonna be like, don't talk to me, don't ask me, don't look at me.
Don't talk. Can you imagine asking Alexa for this and that, and she's like, leave me alone.
Don't talk to me right now.
The world will crash when the AI starts to exhibit those grumpy. Yeah. So how old it's like another 50 years though, or no? Like how old is AI right now?
I don't know. Like 3-ish.
Probably closer to 5 or 6. So we've got a good 45 years before it just starts to turn feral.
Oh no, perimenopause can start in your 40s.
Okay, well, good.
Early 40s.
Well, I'm going to be dead by then, so not my problem.
I mean, Winthrop is concerned that you will be.
Yeah, well, he's going to drive me there.
In 40 years, you'll be 95. Will you be gray by then? Will your face be gray?
My face will definitely be gray when I'm 95.
Ay, Dios mío.
No one likes to be told what to do.
Now's the time in the podcast where we tell you what to do. Josh, what should they do?
I am not into consumerism. I don't want to always own new things. In fact, we had a moratorium on Amazon purchasing up until there were a couple of things that we simply could not get for the pub. Now, as far as I'm concerned, we're back on the moratorium to Amazon. Yes, we need to purchase things. No, it doesn't need to be new.
Nope.
So I cannot emphasize enough for you to look at thrift shops or other places that have gently used or not so gently used things sometimes
You can refurnish
that you can refurbish or refurnish. And yesterday we went to Reuse Planet here in Gainesville, where son Daniel works, the oldest son Daniel. It's where we got our beautiful dining room table that we love. It's where we got a lot of the furnishings for this pub. And I picked up a little shelf and 4 glasses, and Amanda got a shirt for $16, right?
Yep.
And they're perfectly fine. They suit our needs perfectly. And I feel better about it because we didn't spend as much money.
You just got to wash the stuff. and
Yeah.
then You're good.
By the way, Amanda doesn't like to buy glasses used. That's the one thing that I've learned about her.
No, you're telling the story wrong. Amanda went to Goodwill and bought $16 worth of barware, right? And got really cool pieces. There is one glass that was a little bit cloudy. I bought it anyway because it matched one of the other ones. Like it's this super cool like cocktail glass, but it's square.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
I love it.
I know that clouding fogginess because that's what happens when we have a glass up and people are using it when they brush their teeth because it's the toothpaste residue, right? So when I brought these glasses home, I ran it through the sanitize function on the dishwasher and that was still a little foggy. It's because it needs to be bleached.
Okay.
I don't want it. And you tried to give it to me the other day and I didn't want it. But then I realized you actually did. You had given it to Andrew and I was fine with him having it. And he was fine having it. Like he knew, like we talked about it. It wasn't like I was trying to sneak it on him. He knew and he was fine. So he also loved the pickled eggs.
Yeah, he did we got a whole big thing. We talked about it last week of pickled eggs, and Andrew took the pickled eggs. First of all, I was happy of just keeping it as a display piece, but Amanda wasn't going to have that, so she was going to give it to some friends or something. I don't remember the story. It doesn't matter. Andrew comes over. I'm like, hey, Andrew, you wanna take these? He's like, oh, I'll try it. I'm like, what? He's like, I'll try it. And so he busts one out, and then he eats it, and he likes the fucking thing. I could not believe it. And first of all, they are red. I thought that the juice that it came in was red. The pickled eggs are bright red.
Well, of course. Because
unnaturally bright red.
It absorbs the red dyes.
Gross. Looked like it came from a B horror movie. Gross. So, though, I had to try it, because I couldn't let my middle son eat this thing and have me be like, oh, I don't want to have it. Oh, I can't have it. I can't eat it. So I took a quarter of a bite into that shit and spit that right out. I don't even have the words to describe the taste, except maybe to say that it was more egg than I've ever tasted of egg before, and it was bad.
Did it taste pickly? Like, did you taste the vinegar?
I couldn't even say that it tasted pickly because I've tasted pickles and I've tasted vinegar, and then there was this.
And weirdly, the solution it was in did something to the white because it was very little egg white and mostly yolk, right?
Mostly what?
Yolk.
Mostly yolk.
Anyway, Andrew ate 2 of them.
2 of them.
And then ate the half of the one you didn't eat and then took the jar home with him.
Well, yes, he ate 2.5 hard-boiled eggs, and I love him so much. I love spending time with him, but I was anxious for him to fuck off because I didn't know when that would hit the lower digestive tract, and I didn't want to clean up after that. So he took his eggs and he left.
I let my friend know who brought it to me for my birthday that Andrew will have protein for a long time thanks to him, and he was very happy.
I don't know, man. If he eats 2.5 per day, he's going to be through that right quick.
Yeah.
Also, he's going to be without roommates, but that's a different story. Back to what we were saying, though, is that go buy used, buy secondhand, buy third hand. Do not buy new. Just don't do it. And they say don't buy new cars. Because cars instantly depreciate. I'm saying don't buy new anything if you can help it. You all get quite a few clothes used.
I don't buy new clothes.
Yeah.
My clothes either come from thrift stores here or consignment, or I sell stuff on Poshmark, and then I just keep the balance and then buy things for myself on that balance. So I've hit a pretty good barter trade system with clothes.
Well, unless of course you're buying the $3 dress from Aldi. That's a thing that you do.
Dude, I do buy new Aldi clothes. I do. I'm not even ashamed. I get so many I was wearing Aldi jeans the other day and somebody was like, those jeans look really nice. I said, thanks, they're from Aldi. They were like, of course they are.
Caca.
Oh, I had forgotten about the caca. I hadn't heard that in a while.
All right, so that's the recommendation I have for you. Buy secondhand. Of course, you are not buying new, you're not putting stuff into the landfill, and that's always good. You're saving stuff from the landfill. Also, it's really, really fucking fun to find a deal.
Yeah, it feels like it's like a treasure hunt.
Because usually when I go shopping, it's very begrudging.
Yeah.
Very begrudging. In fact, I will often, when I go shopping, I will take something off of the shelf and I will walk around and end up, before I leave, putting it back on the shelf.
I know this about you.
I
don't need it. I don't want to spend that money on it.
I have anticipatory buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
But not when I get stuff for $3.
Yep.
That just makes me happy.
You have a $3 shelf that you have hit Winthrop soccer trophy on.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. With soccer is over, by the way, and he probably shan't ever play it again. He's done with his soccer career, I think. Luckily, it did not end on an injury, which, by the way, had a little injury. Had like a legit injury at this last game where a small child called Dominic, who was dominating, by the way, on the other team. And I think that one of the dudes on our team kind of took him out on purpose.
You think so?
Oh, it was
I
a little
thought
suspicious.
it was an accident.
Oh, yes. That's how good Cooper was. It was Cooper who took him out. Cooper's good at hiding that little slide tackle there. But
yeah.
Yep. I think we're done with soccer, but he ended on a high note. He did get a trophy that we put in the pub.
They ended in a tie.
Granted, all of the kids who played in the league got a trophy, but...
And the trophy just says soccer. It just says soccer. It's got a soccer ball, and I heard him ask Muffy if she thought that was AI, because now he's trying to suss it out.
All right, so there you go. Buy used and tell us of the coolest thing that you've purchased used. Write us at familiarwilsons@gmail.com and tell us. All right, Amanda, that's all there is. There is no more. What'd you think of all that mess?
I mean, it's the same thing I think every time. You make me do it.
What?
No, I liked it.
Jesus. Folks, I was like, Amanda, you're in pain. We really don't have to record today if you don't want to. And she's like, no, we have to do it. Now, what I did say...
Don't tell them what I said.
No, I'm going to tell him. I said, well, are you going to be up for it? Are you going to be into it? She said, yeah, whatever. I said, well, are we going to give the listeners something that they will enjoy listening? And she said, well, they can suck it.
That's right. I don't really care if you enjoy this or not. I'm doing it and you will like it.
Oh, help. Please help me help.
I'm going away.
Okay. All right, so we want to thank the following people for making our lives just so fantastic. Antonio and Josh Scar, Daniel J. Buckets, Chicken Tom, R.A.P., Matt, Monique from Germany, Joey, Ryan Baker, Leo, Refined Gay Jeff, Mark and Rachel, Tony and Kate, and Dan and Gavin. Thank you also to Ricky Kendall, Gainesville favorite, for our theme song, and Chris Barron of the Spin Doctors for our little, hey, super familiar with the Wilsons thing that he says. Also, Chris Barron loves the pub, by the way. I've invited him. I sent him pictures. He thought that I was...
He didn't know you were handy.
He said he didn't know that I was handy. I said, fuck yeah, I'm handy. And also thank you to AJCW for the song that you're listening to right now, but also for taking these damn eggs out of our house. And my apologies to his roommates. All right, Amanda, that's all we have.
Yeah.
Until next week, folks, write us if you have anything to say to us or to complain about.
I think Josh is done with this episode.
familiarwilsons@gmail.com. Until next week, folks, y'all take it easy.
Go be kind.
Bye.
Bye.